Howdy, Graham babies. I ever tell you about the winner of 34? Wait a minute. I was a spry young lad. Just started my first job out of the academy. First ever to become detective within the first year of graduation. I caught wind of a killing spree. It started down in the Weeping Peninsula. A young maiden in white, brutally murdered. The body was defiled. Coroner's autopsy report showed the killer had sex with the corpse.
What was his name, Grandpappy?
Hold on, Sonny. I'll get to it. Where was I? Upon further investigation, I found a seabed curse on the victim. Guess you could call it a calling card of our killer. And before I could rest my head at home, I got a call for another murder. This time in Liurnia, the lakes, down named Ryan. We heard from locals that a man named Bogart stole her necklace, so we questioned him immediately. He was the only suspect that we had at the moment. He was a dick, definitely stole the necklace, but he wasn't our guy. After I got the coroner's report, we had yet another seabed curse on the body. One more kill, and I knew we had a serial killer in our lands. The following week, I get a call from a detective Ouija in Liurnia. He tells me he has a cold case from 10 years ago of 2 kills, and it's silence. And what was left behind, yep, you guessed it, a seabed curse. We now have a connection. I went back to the scene of our crimes and found fecal matter and vomit, which led me to believe this fellow was eating the shit of his victims. Lo and behold, it was at every crime scene. Media caught wind of this disturbing fact and gave him a name. They did the one thing that we hate that the media does. You give the killer a name. Glorify him in a way. They called him the Dung Eater. After the media released the name and the crimes to the public, the Dung Eater got sloppy, so I guess it worked out in our favor. And he ended up killing a guard in the Academy of Raya Lucaria. Whole thing caught on camera, baby. Now we know what the fella looks like. It's time to catch him. Sadly, the lands between is quite a large place, and finding him would be difficult. The search went on for a year. He left a trail of bodies from Liurnia all the way to the capital of Lanedale. That's when we got a big break. We could see him moving north, so we set a trap. We let one lone guard on the rampart tower, looking out at the city. Sadly, he was brutally murdered in this trap, but his death did not go in vain. We caught the Dung Eater and hung the bastard publicly and on national TV for everybody to see. But unfortunately, when all the tarnished were resurrected, Dung Eater was resurrected with them. It didn't take long to find him. He felt remorse for what he did in his resurrection, and he actually turned himself in. So to this day, he's locked up in the sewers under the Capitol, and we still interrogate him, hoping he'll let us know where the rest of the bodies are, and he just laughs. My guess is he ate the poor bastards. A man on the run, sick in the head, face plastered all over the world. Couldn't go into a store, buy a little honey bun to get himself by. So what does he do? He has to survive. Anyways, kiddos, if you like the story, give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Stay young, kiddos.